Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. Today I wanted to take the time to talk about how I think they could make Mists of Pandaria perfect. And these changes come from just being out here, logging in every day, playing the crap out of the game, doing all there is to do. Every aspect of content, from arenas, from raiding, from dungeons, to PvP, to freaking pet battles, and daily quests. I've literally done everything that MoP has to offer, and I think these solutions would make the game a lot better. But before we talk about that, I just wanted to praise the devs and their work and how quickly they have been working to fix bugs. I made a video, Everything Broken, with MoP currently, and nearly everything in that video has been fixed since. Most importantly is this little shadow pan portal right here. It now works. So like this works. It was a Horde issue, and it only wasn't working on the Horde, but now we can freely teleport between the island. The longest day pet battle achievement that I was on, what I had to do is do it all on one character and then track it, untrack it to make it work. I was hopping too many characters, and I think that broke it. It was a little buggy, but do it on one character. Don't do a bunch of logging and things with pets, and just stay smooth and go after it, and that quest can be done. But I think the world boss situation that unfolded Tuesday, spawning Galleon and Shaw earlier, obviously not intended, not planned, but I think they gave us the best solution possible, because half the people got gear and would be mad if it was taken away, and half the people who didn't get gear were mad that they didn't get the opportunity to do them. So I think just turning them on and letting people go and get the gear, making it fair, was the best solution, and I think that was a really good plan. I don't know much about the banning that happened. Apparently people went into MSV, also opened earlier in that day. People went in there, killed bosses. From my understanding, I was told that they were told to leave, and then they still went back and did it, and that is why they received bans. But I really don't know much on that situation. That's just what I have heard from players in the community telling me about that. But once again, obviously not planned, but it wasn't what it is. But let's talk about some more specific changes that I truly think that they can implement to make Mists of Pandaria much better. So, daily layering and rotations are being really, really weird still. So, like, we'll have a group of people right here at the Shadow Pan go to the island, and, like, some people will be layered, some people have completely different quests sometimes, and I think they have done a good job of the quests being the same, but having your people be layered in the same group when you like just did Golden Lotus dailies and head over there, it just feels really, really weird. And then August Celestials hasn't switched its dailies all week. The Claxi has been on the same dailies all week, and that is just really, really obnoxious, especially when you have really terrible quests. So right here, it's 10 p.m. on a Friday night, so there aren't very many people here, but at peak time, when there are 10 plus people here trying to do this quest, gathering quests such as the ancient satras like this, these have such a long respawn that when there's like 10 people here doing the quest, it takes so very long for those satras to respawn, and you're sitting here like 10-20 minutes just sitting here flying around hoping that they come up and hoping that you can claim them, and it's just really we just need to boost it. We need to boost that. The Golden Lotus has a frozen rune type quest where you have to gather runes off of ruins, and everyone needs 12 of those. Those quests, daily quests, shouldn't take 20 minutes to complete just because there's a bunch of people there. I think dynamic layering solves the killing thing. I think we saw them even do this at launch with a few of the Horde quests. They buffed those, which were really nice because gathering a bunch of sticks on the ground was really tedious, and that took me like 30-45 minutes on launch with all the competition there. So I think applying hyper spawn, dynamic spawn, whatever it is to make the satras spawn or the runes spawn faster would be really, really good, because it's just way too long, and people are already spending an hour, 2 hours doing all their dailies every day, so it's really tough. And then this one might be more of a community issue, but I really think the random dungeon finding, grouping, kicking is just absolutely out of control. I think something needs to be done because there are so many people that are complaining to me that they're getting kicked on the final boss so they can't have a shot at their epic weapon. They're getting deserter on top of that. So at the very least, remove deserter if you're kicked so they could queue again. But I think maybe even consider limiting people to like 3 kicks a day. You truly only get that like really bad people that you can't do the dungeon with, or you truly get like if most people are kicking them because it's elitist, right? You can still clear the dungeon with most players. You know, I get a DC, I get people leaving AFKing, stuff like that. Obviously, kick them. If you queue up for a dungeon, you should try to complete the dungeon. But I think people are being way too toxic and way too sweaty with it, and it's really bad for the community to have these people repetitively do it with no punishment. So I think hopefully they look into it, see what we can solve with that. But I really think it is truly out of control. Then the next one I want to talk about is making bind on account treasures have a much faster spawn. So treasures are like 8 to 48 hours or something like that, something ridiculous. The original MoP spawn timers. And in original MoP it might have worked because we had so many people on so many different servers. But when we're here and we just essentially have 3-4 mega servers per region, it's really hard to get treasures. And yeah, they have 10, 12, however many layers they have, but I've checked for the Pandaren mining pick for hours each day, and I still haven't been able to get it because there are so many people there going after it. And this applies not only to profession tools like that, but I think it also applies to the weapons, the heirloom weapons, the 450 ones that everyone is trying to get so they can level their ults a lot faster. Those weapons are also really tough to get. I've only found one, and I found it by pure chance. So I would really hope that they take the time to maybe buff those as well and let people be able to get those weapons at a reasonable rate. To me, this is classic, and this is us reliving the experience from 12 years ago, right? There's nothing special about these treasures. There's nothing special about them. The reason that's why I say just the BOA ones, so you can get it once, you don't need it again, and you can't abuse it for sort of XP gain, stuff like that, or even take the XP gain off of the BOA ones for a solution like that. But like, I get why you can't just do a blanket all treasure spawn because they give a ton of XP and people would exploit that to level. But I think there's some reasonable stuff to get those most sought after treasures so people can level their ults that aren't really too impactful on the game. Then the next one, and I think now that we have them in, Shaw and Galleon need to have the same spawn timer. So Shaw is spawning every 15 minutes. Galleon is like 3 hours, and most people can't get it at a reasonable rate. Shaw's up all the time. Everyone go do Shaw. Go have fun with that. But Galleon, you got to camp there, log out there for hours. People, like, LFG chat is literally just... Galleon, like, literally people just saying invite Gal. Like, it's literally just spam that all day since yesterday when they opened up the world bosses. So it's just really funny to see. But I think having Galleon be on a set 15-minute timer similar to Shaw would be really cool, especially since you can't do unlimited bonus rolls, so you can't kill Galleon 6 times and just use all 6 of your bonus rolls on him. You can only use one. You get 1 kill for loot per week per character, and you can use 1 bonus roll on him 1 week per character. But as you can see, you just have people sitting here camping, waiting for Galleon to spawn pretty much all the time, and it's just really, really interesting to me. But anyway, those are all of the points and things that I think the devs could do to make Mists of Pandaria perfect, to add to the player experience, and to allow people to, really enjoy it and get in there. If you disagree with me, tell me why. And if you agree with me, also tell me why as well. If you have any additional points, definitely drop it down below, and I will do my best to read each and every one of them. But until next time, I'll see you later. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.
Hey, you. Yes, you. Are you still there? Well,
I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this entire video and making it to the end here. If you enjoyed this video, definitely check out the other videos about World of Warcraft listed in these playlists down below. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.